Hello everybody, it's Diane here. As I imagine you read in the title, we're making a grunge journal. Or I am. Someone is. Anyway, yeah, it's a paper bag. I'm going to sew it to fabric, and I did some stamping. So we're going to grunge it up even more. I thought of gluing on a few things, and then possibly even tearing them to make them look even more grungy. I haven't made a grunge journal in quite a while, and I haven't done many. Was it one? The many grunge journals I've made in my career. I know it was one. That's all I can think of at the moment. I've made it one or two that were painty, but not really grungy. Okay, I grabbed a couple older magazines with that thought of gluing something down and then sort of tearing it. What would someone glue on a journal cover? And I don't know why. I thought, oh, how timely. You won't see this probably till after Thanksgiving, but that's coming up here. But anyway, I don't know why I thought of doing this, but I did. Well, that's kind of becoming timely. Isn't that cute? They're, little dollhouse room shadow boxes. It's cute. Should do something like that. And my dollhouses are so sorely neglected. It's so sad. I just don't have time for everything. No, it's a little bizarre. Is that kind of it for this one? Yeah. Well, don't tell me I'm not going to find anything. Diane, we're going to tell you you're not going to find anything. Okay, how about this? Somebody wanted to remember how to do treble crochet or triple. Okay, maybe one or two more things. Okay, how about, well, all right, I don't want to ruin that picture. How do you like the glasses? Look how big they are. Well, I suppose for sunglasses, that's probably pretty good, right? All right, how about this? This was a picture of their cousin or something. All right, a couple numbers. Should that be it? Maybe just like a pattern of some sort. Like we don't even have to know what it was. All right, those are all instructions. Well, maybe we do have to know what it was. I don't think that's going to work. All right, let's see about this stuff. And then, yeah, if I don't think it's enough, I could get scrapbook paper too. All right, they have a number. They have their crochet thing. Am I going to put fabric over the spine? I don't know. So if stuff gets covered with fabric, it just gets covered with fabric. Okay. A little skimpy. Let's go ahead and glue though. This I think I'll leave as is. this we could kind of tear. Would you kind of glue it and sort of tear it like it's got torn off? That's kind of what my thought process is. Is that doable? Okay, it was glued down for a few years, and then I got snagged up on something. All right, it's good glue. Well, that's not too impressive. Just a torn edge. Yeah, I want it like, well, that's not working either. Okay, it kind of doesn't work, or at least I'm doing it wrong. Except it sticks to your fingers. Okay, cause in closed caption once in a while I say, you know, C-A-U-S-E instead of because. And they actually spell it C-U-Z. Is that a recognized spelling? And a giant glue blob? Not really. Good thing this is a grunge journal. I think that's what's happening here. Okay. All right. Is there any scrapbook something? Oh, sheet music. I've got sheet music. Of course, I don't have any handy. Here's a piece. People. Kind of funny. As opposed to the monkeys we're supposed to be singing. You monkeys be quiet back there. It's people. I'm not saying anything because I'm really trying not to laugh because I think that's funny. Oh, she's nuts. Going to a different channel. Postage stamp wouldn't be bad. I grab any of those? No, but they're right in a drawer. All right, let me grab that. Except it's got stuff buried. Or it's buried by stuff. All right, there's a brown one, looks good. What else do you have handy? What's this? Okay. Okay, when these are down, I'm going to paint. And then I don't know what else I'll do in this video. I'm not showing the entire process. It would be way too long and way too boring. We could grunge up some pages, I suppose. All right. It is nice not to worry too much about placement and all that. Just go for it. And there's a phrase I never use. Except I just did, didn't I? Like, oh no, I dropped something on my cousin's picture. She's gonna kill me. Okay. Let's get the brown. And this ink should be permanent, so that shouldn't matter if I go over it. And if it runs, I think that would even be better, right? Washi tape did cross my mind, but I didn't know. You know, this is the outside of a book cover. How permanent that really kind of is. So, at least at this point, I'm not putting any on the outside. So if you have any grunge tips, things you use or do to grunge, go ahead and put them in the comments. I think we'd all like to know. It would be fun if you have kids who have access to kids. You could just give them something like this and say, just go ahead and paint all over, do whatever you want. Probably would be pretty neat. It would probably be neater than what us adults would do. I mean cooler, not neat, or as in sloppy. Okay. Let's add a little color just for fun. A little blue. Someone got really messy when they were doing a painting or something and they forgot their journal was sitting there. And there's no wrong way to do this. Well, what does anybody think? I wonder if this would peel like now. No. Okay. That's what you get for using good glue, I guess. Alright, well, let me hold it up for a minute. Okay, kind of blank here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. We want another color. Well, let's do this little spool in a little orange. Oh, I am planning on selling this. I don't think I said that. We'll see. You never know. I might not think it's sellable when it's done. Who knows? Okay, that's pretty grungy. I think this stuff is standing out too much. Ugh. way too much paint on the brush. Okay, now in my opinion, it is starting to get overly busy as opposed to just integrated grunge. Does that make sense to anybody but me? A little plain down here. Okay, you know what I think? Maybe I'll go back and do a little more stamping. Maybe something more like background stuff like this. So I can't do that because the paint is wet. Okay, I think we're done with the cover aside from that. So I have to pause. I can't move on to pages right away, but I have to move all this stuff anyway. So hang on, I'll come back. Okay, cover's done. I think it's kind of fun. I added some doodle stuff. So once upon a time, someone was talking to her cousin on the phone and she was doodling on her journal. Pockets. Okay. Pages are pretty complete, but I was going to paint. I know I said I'd decorate with you guys, but as you know, it's so much hunting around, and I've got stuff over there, and I've got stuff under the counter, and that I just decided to make life easy on myself. I went ahead and decorated, but I did not paint, so let's paint. And I can't do it all at once, even if I wanted to, because, you know, things will be dry and wet, and or wet. Diane, shut up. There's a lot of thread tails on this one. They're all knotted. You could cut them off if you want. Okay, that's pretty good. So, you see what I'm saying? I can't. But we could do this side. How about some black spatters? There are, or is, I think, one scrapbook paper thing. Otherwise, I used actual ephemera, like, you know, piece off an old invoice or something, ticket, one of those magazines, send in for a subscription thing. I just thought that would be more fun in a grunge thing. Okay, now I have to find a place to put that. Okay. Maybe I'll leave that. This, maybe I'll just sew down some because we have this here. Actually, for as much decorating as I did do, this went pretty fast for me. Alright, maybe we'll do that on this side too. And as I have said on this type of work and Halloween work before, these are fun because if you rip or schmutz or you get ink on something, it doesn't matter. I mean, you gotta love that. Okay, I definitely wanted to paint on this. That we'll leave for now. And I purposely put page numbers on this one because I knew I was going to take it apart like this. So to be honest, it's more for me than decorative. but it is kind of a cool look anyway. And I actually did it right. I didn't get any out of order. I don't think anyway. Okay, I'm going to leave the money back guarantee. Let's do this side. And I was kind of hesitating counting this, it's an envelope, as a page because it's so short, but since I was numbering, I counted it. I mean, you know, physically numbering the pages. Okay, I think that needs, it's too white on there. Let's add a little brown to that. Oh, this isn't brown. This is true burgundy. Here's brown. That's really very close. Really very close and really very stuck. There. Well, that'll wake you up, huh? Dan's banging paint jars. I think that looks better. Wow, that matches a little too perfectly, doesn't it? Okay, good. Well, this is awfully blank. What about some orange or gold or yellow or all? I have this peach color too. What do they call this? Flesh. It's a little dried up. Ew. Okay. How about a little orange to that? I also have those spools I could stamp with if I want. That's good. I don't want to put too much on and, you know, have somebody think they can't write on it. How about something on here? Okay, very good. Well, that's a little plain too. How about just some spatters on this? Okay. That's okay. I'm going to leave that. I think I'll leave it for now. I may change my mind on that. That's already there, obviously. That was paper I'd stamped, you know, a year or two ago or something like that. Okay. I think I'll leave that. And I'm running out of room to put wet paper. Well, that's very plain. What do you think? Maybe just sort of a wash even, just to get rid of that white. That's good. I could stamp over that, like a text stamp would be kind of cool. Well, I have an orange ticket here. What about a little orange? Okay, that's neat. Has the Neat Award. Leaving blank. I think I'll leave that. Well, that's a little blankety blank. Well, it doesn't show up too much. Okay. Okay, folks. Well, I have to let this stuff dry so I can do the other side. And I think you get the idea. It's nothing too exciting. I'm not, making a painting. I'm just schmutzing. I'm just painting. Well, okay. I think I'm going to make this its own video and then put this together, add ephemera and, journal cards and all that, and then do a flip through so you can see the final product in a separate video. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Go grunge up a journal. It's pretty fun. You can't do it wrong. Take my word for it. Have a good day, everybody.